Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome yourself back to another episode of my Earthbound series. So the last episode was basically the introduction episode, so to say. We mostly just did the basic starting stuff, and we really didn't get into much else, but today hopefully we can get a pretty decent amount done. Oh my god, I still love this theme. So we'll get out of here, I guess. And now we gotta start exploring Onett here. Now I do know a place where we do need to go, or we should probably go, like, right off the bat. Now, you know, we were just walking around here. We got some stupid little snake enemies here to deal with. They're not too much trouble, I'll just say that right now. At the moment, though, battles are gonna be a bit basic, considering the fact we don't really have any magic-based attacks, so to say. We do have the healing, but that's not necessarily something we can attack with. But as I was saying, at the moment, battles are going to be a bit basic, since we're only just doing regular attacks and all that sort of thing. But what I recommend you do before you go into Onett, like, just do anything there, is you go over here, I believe. Yep, you can walk through here, and, see all these guys here, but I recommend talking to this little kid here. I'll give you my Mr. Baseball cap. I know you've wanted it for a long time. It's the best cap for someone really brave like you. So we'll give you that, and that is it's a pretty decent equip. I believe it's an other, yep. So you have some, equipable stuff there, aside from the bat. I don't remember when you do start getting a bit more things to equip, but at the moment, it's best to at least have what you can get. I think there's like an item in the trash can as well. There's almost always items in the trash can. As to why and how that works, I don't. I'd rather not think about the logic behind that. Sure, we'll go with that. So what do you have? Do you have anything for us? I'm trying to remember. You have the cheap bracelet. That's kind of useful. T-ball bat might be a bit useful as well. How much was the cheap bracelet again? Hold up, I always forget. 98. How much do we have in our ATM here? We have 75. Okay, so we have nowhere near enough. Well, okay, we'll come back for that later. Can we at least get the bat? No, we can't. We can't get any of that. Oh boy. Alright, whatever. We'll come back for all that stuff later. I believe we're gonna need to level grind anyways this episode, so that is what it is. So you can just walk around Onett here, you know, get yourself familiar with the town, you can explore, you can see what you got. It's probably best you do that if this is like your first time playing the game or something, just so you're familiar with this town, because you're not gonna be here an insane amount of time, but it's best to familiarize yourself with this town just so you know what you're gonna be dealing with for a big chunk of the game, you know, because a lot of the game does, just what I mean by that is basically you want to try and explore and familiarize yourself with locations that are most likely going to be popping up later, such as the hospital, because that's where you're going to be reviving future party members, getting rid of certain status ailments that you can't normally, things of that sort. Also, this stupid enemy right here for some reason just doesn't want to get hit, so we're gonna heal up real quick. Don't die. Nest died. Okay. We're off to a great start today. We're off to an amazing start. Oh boy, so that's what I was talking about. That's what I meant when I said we are probably gonna need to level grind today, to be honest. Now, keep in mind, whenever you die, you actually lose about half of... no, not about. You lose half of the money you have with yourself at the time. So I always recommend you don't carry around, like, all the money that you have in-game with you, just in case something like that happens. Only take out the money and stuff when you're about to buy a whole bunch of stuff, because if not, then you will most likely regret that. Now, what I recommend doing, because we are going to have a bit of a boss fight here, what I recommend doing, not with these enemies, but level grinding with the shark enemies, or like the shark gang members, whatever, down there, but be very careful with them, because as you saw, they are quite the annoyance, basically. They're not... I wouldn't say they're anything really to just simply brush off and say it's nothing or whatever, because they are pretty, they're pretty tough. They're pretty, I don't know. They're just difficult enemies. At least at the moment. They do become a bit easier to take down, obviously, as you progress, but seeing as we're only just starting out, they are pretty difficult, but we'll be fine. So, hold up. I want to at least show one battle with them so you get what I mean. Oh god. Try and avoid two of them, by the way. Also, quick little tip with Earthbound, considering this was on the SNES, a little tip you can use to your advantage, or a little thing you can do is, let's say there's a bunch of enemies and you don't want to deal with all of them, you can run back. Can we talk to you? Okay, you battle us, thank you. If there's a bunch of enemies, like not random encounters, but a bunch of enemies on the field and you don't really want to battle them, try and walk away a certain amount so they despawn, and it might end up spawning some more enemies or something along those lines. But it just try and use that as much as you can because it is quite useful. I'm going to go for life up. Oh no, I don't have enough PP. Okay, we'll just eat a hamburger. Don't die. Jesus, dude, these guys are not messing around. Alright, let's be careful. Bash, come on. Thank you for missing. Thank you for missing again. Come on, dude. Once we beat this guy, I'm just gonna go level grind a little bit. Because, okay, let me say this right now. The main reason you need to level grind is because there is a boss coming up, which you can beat with just your normal attacks and everything, but it's best to try and get your first, psychic ability before you fight him. And you'll see what I mean. We'll obviously show it when we get it as well, but at the moment we need to level grind for it. So I shall see you guys in a little bit. Hey, there we go. Okay. So we finally got the first, psychic ability, so to say. And that being, dang it, come on. Okay, that being PSI Rockin'. So basically, this one, in my case, since I have everything as default, it's just PSI Rockin'. It's basically named after your favorite quote-unquote thing. And I obviously have it named as default, so that's what it is. But, you're gonna want that for a lot of reasons. It's a pretty strong move, I'd say, and it's pretty useful, so that's why I'd say do it. But the thing about it is, it's not always going to be at the same level. It's more or less around the same level, and that's kind of it. I just happen to get mine at the level I typically get it at, which is level 8. I've gotten it at like level 7 before, once at like level 10, but you get the point. It's not at one specific level, but it's around that level, so just be careful when you do it. Just know that you're gonna have to either level grind for a little more than you're expecting or a little less. One of those two. We're gonna get the cheap bracelet real quick because it could be very, very useful. I think that's all we need. How much? Okay, we have a little bit of healing items, but I might want to stock up on some more. Let's call up that to save real quick. So, blah, 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 95 in the bank. Record. And, blah, blah, blah. Yes, just continue. So let's get some money from the ATM here, and let's just get a little bit, just so we can, let's see, 80 should be fine. That's like 4 hamburgers. I don't know. I'm just trying to get a couple more healing items, just so we're on the safe side, just in case we don't happen to have enough, PP, which we do seem to, but you never know. You never know. Alright, hamburger. Yes, I would like some more. And just to make sure I'm all, like, just completely fully healed, I'm gonna go back to, Ness's home, just to quickly fully heal up. Okay, so as we head back here, now we're going to finally head to where we need to head after all my stalling and level grinding and stuff. I know it must get a little bit annoying, but trust me, it's useful, okay? I wouldn't say it's needed, but it's gonna be very helpful. So now that we've got all that cleared out, you may have noticed that all of the sharks were gathered around here in the game, little arcade place, and as you can see, there's more sharks to deal with here. It was you beat up my buddy, didn't you? You better just beat it. And of course, you're still gonna be fighting some more here, but these guys shouldn't be all too difficult. Okay, yeah, as soon as I say that, I miss, of course. Good God, that was a lot of damage. Not bad. As I was saying though, you're probably gonna be fighting another 1 or 2 here, so just be aware of that you are still gonna have to deal with these guys, but it's gonna be to a lesser extent. Basically, you can go upstairs if you'd like, but there's nothing really worth your time here. Just they're here and everything, but I don't even think the guys upstairs battle you. So there's that. All of these are just little arcade cabinets. It's nothing special. Hello. Hey kid, do you want to become a member? Sure. Come back after you finish Earthbound. Oh, dang it. What if I wanted to be a member? Don't be such a snob. And then of course you battle him. Of course. He's not gonna be all too difficult since we are relatively strong. There we go. We just one-shot him. Nice. Not even bad. Alright. So now we're finally gonna fight that boss that I told you to level up for, unless you didn't and just decided to battle him. Hello. I'm Frank. You are? Come on, can't you at least say your name? No, I can't, thank you very much. Frank attacked! Oh boy, as you can see, Frank is Frank's quite the odd fellow. He literally has knives. Knives. He, like, just straight up, look at him. Just gonna try and, brandish knife. Ooh, 18 damage. That's actually pretty bad. Frank himself should not be all too difficult to take down, I believe. Oh, God. He said something nasty. Oh, no. But Frank's not difficult, trust me. Especially if you leveled up to the levels and stuff that I specifically was like, yo, you probably want to level up to these levels. Then you'll be fine. Fail-proof Frank can't be beaten. This is Frankeistain Mark II. Alright, so now we're gonna be fighting this little robot friend here. Now, this is the main reason why I told you. You probably want to go ahead and get PSI rockin' up and ready. But, I don't even, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's either he attacks every other turn or something along those lines. Even then, it's not that bad, but just be wary of that. Managed to get him though, not even bad, okay. See, this is why I specifically said you probably want to get that ability up and ready before doing all of this, because it is relatively useful. This is my first defeat. Failure Frank now is just future, it's just failure Frank. I know you've been asking around, so I'll tell you about Giant Step. It seems to be quite a powerful sport. Some kind of special power is stored there that allows certain people to perform wondrous feats. However, a monster struck or sucked up all the energy at that sport. It's quite difficult to get into Giant Step, that's all I know. I suggest you collect more information on your own. The entrance to the path leading to Giant Step is behind the touring entertainer's shack. Perkle, the mayor of Onett, has the key to the shack. Ness, you've become stronger than I, your adventure is just beginning. Alright, thanks Frank. Even though you kinda did try and kill us, dude, just, they didn't even try and hide him, he just straight up, they didn't even try and hide it. He just straight up had knives. Like, Frank, it's a bit dangerous. Just a bit dangerous, Frank. So now we gotta go see Perkle, who I believe is over here. Yep, this is city, or town hall, my bad. So he'll be here. Oh, who's this? Are you stuck? Blah, blah, blah. No, thank you. I don't need hints. I know what I'm doing. Sorta. Let's go talk to good old Mayor here. Let's see. Hello. Hey, I'm Mayor B.H. Perkle. It's so nice to meet you. You beat up the town bullies, punched them down big time, kicked their butts, bit their heads off, spit in their eyes, and made them wet their pants. Then you forced them to promise not to make any more trouble. Thank you. What? You want a key to the touring entertainer shack? Someone as great as you giving the key could help keep the town peaceful. However, if you encounter a dangerous situation, please don't ask me to take any responsibility. I'll be able to avoid any responsibility, right? Yes. Such a smart kid. Here's the key to the shack. Dude, what kind of... He's the most shady mayor ever. He's just like... So, I won't get in any trouble if you, go there, right? Like, just straight up. That's some shady stuff, but... Whatever, man. We don't care. We're Ness. Does it look like Ness cares? Maybe. Maybe it does. Maybe to some people. But for the most part, I would say no. Alright, let's see. Now we gotta start, wait, where am I in terms of the everything? Oh, it's over here. My bad. For some reason, I just decided to go farther than I expected. But, I believe the entertainer shack or whatever is just right over here. Just follow this little path. Got a mole here. What's good? I'm not your enemy. I'm simply your average run-of-the-mill mole. Would you like some hints on fighting enemies? No, thank you. I know what I'm doing. So if you don't know that, well, that mole's there. He can help you. I believe, just gotta use this here. There we go. Do we still have the key? No, we don't. Okay, I thought we were gonna still have it. I was just gonna be like, oh, no, we gotta open up space there. But, we're going to be entering our first little area here. Dungeon, so to say. Yeah, I'll call it a dungeon, because why not? It's not a very lengthy one. In fact, it's relatively short, and I'll probably be cutting out a big chunk of it, because there's not much going on here. Oh, watch out for the rowdy mouse, though, but the enemies aren't difficult, especially if you leveled up, like I recommended. If not, then, it doesn't really matter. But it's just, this place isn't all too difficult. It's nothing too insane. You got these guys, and these guys can become annoyances, but at the same time, they're also quite easy to take down, so it's not like they're really any true pain, so to say. They're just sort of there. And they may block you from getting an item once or twice here, but it's not that bad. Skip Sandwich is also pretty useful if you would like to just basically avoid any and all enemies. So if you do want to do that, just use the skip sandwich. Basically what it does... Oh god, I accidentally turned it around. Basically what it does is it makes it so you can run faster, and that's kind of it really. There's not much to it. I don't even remember if it heals. I believe it only heals with a certain condiment. That being, I think, salt or something of that sort. It's been a little bit since I played a big chunk of Earthbound, so I am forgetting little details here and there. Hopefully you can forgive that, because good god, dude, Earthbound is not a game you can necessarily remember very well all the time. It's very unforgettable in terms of just the overall experience, but little details here and there are quite forgettable, as with any RPG. So let's just continue making our way over here. Let's check out here. Why not? No. Is there anything in here? No, there's not. I can't turn back. Dang it! I hate how if they're like slightly on your side, they're able to get a back attack. Now, I don't even think I explained the whole back and front attack sort of thing, but if you get attacked from the back, obviously that's why the screen goes red, but the way that works is just relatively simple. So let's say you just attack an enemy just normally, or you encounter an enemy normally, which is just facing them just like that. That's normal, right? But if you attack or face an enemy, or encounter, I should say, from the back, you are able to get a starting attack, which basically is just an attack before everything else they can do, and it can be pretty useful. Now, keep in mind they can also do the same to you, so you gotta be a bit careful when you see enemies, because as I just said, they can do the exact same to you. Okay, so we grew a level there. It's not bad. That's not bad. What do we got here, though? Cold Remedy. I don't really think I don't think we're gonna be really using that whatsoever this dungeon. As far as I know, I don't believe any enemies in here really inflict any sort of status that would require us to use the Cold Remedy. But if we don't end up using it, we could either... Oh god, I just remembered. I sped up there. My bad. What was I saying? But it's just like, I don't see us really using the whole Cold Remedy, at least at the moment. We'll probably end up saving it for later, because further down the line there are a lot more uses for it, but at the moment we are just sort of, we haven't, and that's kind of it. Okay, those guys were a tad bit more annoying than I anticipated, because they just loved to just heal themselves up. But let's see, do we really... No, I'll just wait until we get like another hamburger or some other type of healing item, basically. Actually, no, I don't even need that. Alright, so consider this like a checkpoint of sorts. I believe a butterfly almost always spawns here, a magic butterfly I should say, and you could just use that to heal yourself up, or just simply refresh your magic, so you could go ahead and use whatever abilities you would like with that. So come on, I just want to make sure we're fully stocked up on PP or magic, whatever you want to call it, but I think we're right there basically as well. Right, you are gonna be a bit of an annoyance, because you just happen to keep stopping me. Oh wait! Nice. I should explain that as well. Once you're at a certain level... Ah, dang it. Once you're at a certain level, what happens is, you basically don't even... If you're at a certain level in a dungeon, or just with enemies in general, if you're at a certain level, that can basically one-shot them regardless of whatever, you won't even battle them. It'll just simply say you won, you'll get the XP and everything. So if you want to just be overpowered the whole game and do stuff like that, then level grind to your heart's desire. But I'm only getting lucky because these Antoids are basically the weakest enemies in this whole place. Actually no, they're just the weakest enemies in like this whole area in general. They're not very tough. They don't really do much of any damage. I guess the most they can really do is call for other Antoids and maybe like maybe make your life more and more difficult as a result, but honestly they don't deal much damage. They're very easy to take down. They're not a menace whatsoever. So I believe we are basically right there at like the end of this first place. Yes, we are. Okay. Let's hope this goes well. Let's see. I think we're good, people. I think we are good to go. You finally got here. This is your first sanctuary location, but it's mine now. Take it from me if you dare. 2 boss battles in 1. First off, can I just say I love this theme? Let me play it. Let me let it play for a second. I'm gonna be gushing about the music all the time, so get used to it. But this is our, I guess, second boss battle in the second episode. Whoops. Let me just say this right now. This is also technically the first Sanctuary boss fight, so to say. And also keep in mind, what is it? What are you called again? Titanic Ant. It does have little lackeys in the back. I don't remember if they can spawn more, but I recommend just going for the PSI Rockin'. This is another reason why I specifically said you want to get this move as soon as possible, because it damages all enemies, which is very, very useful. And basically that's the main reason. You're only probably going to be able to use it 3 times if you're very, very lucky. If you're unlucky, then maybe they'll suck up some of your magic, and then you won't be able to use it all 3 times. But hopefully that's not the case here. 20 damage though. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So we just need to focus on taking this stupid thing out as soon as possible. That's what I meant, and I don't think we'll be able to. Nope. Dang it. That's what I meant. All right, I'm gonna try and hopefully go up. Nope. I don't think I can. Nope. Oh, of course you are the annoyance. I was gonna go for life up there so I could heal myself up just in case, but that's not happening. All right, now we're basically forced to just regular attack. We got lucky though. Not even bad. Okay. Smash attacks are the critical hits, if you couldn't tell, but oh my god, not even bad. We got a level up as well. Did we get more than one, or was that it? No, whatever. And we also got PSI Healing Alpha, which is, as I've explained before, whoops, not what I meant to do, status. What it basically is think of it right there. Cures colds, sunstroke, or sleep conditions. Think of it just like a status ailment. And here we have our first Sanctuary location, I guess. Ness caught a glimpse of a small, cute puppy. Ness's soundstone recorded the melody of the giant step. Alright, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that fully heals you as well, so not bad. Now we just gotta get out of here, basically. But hold up, hello. Also, when you defeat a dungeon, all enemies will basically run away from you because you've defeated the dungeon and the boss, so they're just like, yeah, let's not mess with this guy. But people, we're gonna end it off right here. So with that, with our first little soundstone type thing, or with our little first Sanctuary location done with, if you have enjoyed, be sure to drop a like as well as a comment, and I shall see you people next time. See you.